Hey everybody, it's Taylor with Boydston Grove, and today we're going to show you how we made this custom doggy door. Let's get into it. We were asked by some friends to create a doggy door in a Dutch door style that mirrored the design and color of their kitchen cabinet doors. Because of the cost and availability of lumber, I decided to tackle this project using Select Pine. Select Pine comes in 3/4 inch thicknesses, so my first step was to rough cut the frame pieces and laminate them together to get the thickness that I wanted. Once the glue was set, I cut the frame pieces to the final lengths and widths. And then I used a 1/2 inch bit in my router to cut a dado along the length of each frame piece. Our friend's cabinet doors feature a curve along the top, so I cut a curve in the top frame piece before making the dado in it. I decided to use dowels to assemble the frame, making sure to make a few dry assemblies before the final glue up. I laminated some 12 inch wide boards together to create the panel insert for the door. We really appreciate you watching, and we really value your opinion. So if you like these kind of projects, let us know in the comments below. Or if you got any suggestions for some cool projects that we could tackle, let us know. After an excruciatingly huge amount of sanding, I set to work putting the taper along all the edges of the door panel on both sides. I know, this is not the best technique, but it was the best idea I could come up with, and believe me, I was moving painstakingly slow. Then it was off to Christina for putty and stain. I wanted to complete as much of the assembly as I could in my shop, so I routed out the hinge slots and drilled out the holes for the doorknob hardware, making sure to test fit everything. As an afterthought, our friends asked for a small shelf along the top of the door to rest things on. So I added a 4-inch piece along the top, making sure to remove the sharp corners. For the door casing, I just used some 4-inch and 2-inch select pine boards. Once on site, it was pretty simple. I mounted the 2 casing pieces on each side of the doorway, making sure to hit studs with the screws. I did have to trim down the casing pieces a bit to account for the doorway, which was narrower towards the top than it was at the bottom. Once the door was mounted, I was able to mark out where the catch plate needed to be on the door casing, then drill and chisel it out. Alright, our Dutch door style doggy door is completed, installed, and in perfect working order, and most importantly, our friends are very happy with the end result. And I must say, I'm really pleased with how close we were able to come with both the design and the color to matching the kitchen cabinet doors, which was one of our first objectives. All in all, this project was a lot of fun, and I got to try a lot of new techniques that I've never done before. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it. We have tons of other projects on our channel, so make sure to head over there, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And we would love to hear what you thought of this project in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching, be safe, and have a great day.